This is the Billy T. Detroit Radio Podcast.
Hey, yo, check this out. It's
Billy T.
When my name come up, respect it.
Let's go.
Stop playing with my name.
You smart.
I'll drill y'all.
You a smart person.
Stop playing with my name.
Matter of fact, you a genius.
Billy T.
I ain't gonna say it no more.
Who does this guy think he is?
Put some respect on my name.
They don't want you to win.
You understand me? When y'all saying my name, put some respect on it.
And that's the key to success.
Y'all finished or y'all done?
Major key alert.
I ain't got no more talking.
Time to tune in for some
Billy T.
Detroit. Listen, and I know you smart.
That is absolute
Wrong.
Broadcasting live from the legendary WCHB studios in Detroit. It's the legendary
Billy T.
Detroit.
Yep. That's how we doing it, baby. What's up, Detroit? Billy T checking in on it's a beautiful Saturday for if you're a duck. But it's a beautiful Saturday, as they say, a beautiful day that the Lord has made. All right, so what's going on in the world? Let's see. For me, this is not funny. It's a troubling story, and I don't know why this is not. See, I don't go for the fake news thing. To me, it's more the news media doesn't cover real news. I mean, we're all hung up on the politics. I get it. But what happens is just a newscast and tell us what's going on in the world. Unless it's a terror attack in London or somewhere, then they interrupt, and that's all you see for hours. What about just a rundown of here are the news stories of the day? Well, I've seen this on the internet. We've all heard it. I don't know. I have not seen this on the news yet. In Washington, D.C., a number of D.C. teens, black and Latino, have come up missing. Young girls, for the most part, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
22 of them as of March 22nd. That was just a few days ago.
Wow.
And there are no clues, no sightings. The question is it human trafficking? You know, they get these young girls and they put them out there in the business before they know it, and they're missing and they're gone.
Yeah.
Nothing.
It's getting no coverage whatsoever.
None.
I knew where you were going with that because the only place I've heard about it is online, on Facebook.
Yeah.
But it is getting absolutely no news coverage whatsoever.
It's insane.
It's unbelievable.
If there was little blonde-headed white girls, I bet it'd be a whole bunch of coverage.
Oh, shocking.
Yeah, big time.
You know?
No doubt.
So that's what I'm saying. It isn't necessarily that when you say fake news, you think all of it's fake. It's not all fake. It's just not being reported. The North Dakota pipeline, very low coverage on that incident. Right. You know why? Because it made the oil companies look bad. Mm-hmm. And they probably said, hey, don't ease up on the coverage of this.
Right.
You know.
All the stuff that's going on now.
It's all over. Yeah. It's all over, and they're not saying a word. It's that's what I'm saying. The coverage of news, whatever happens, just good old-fashioned news.
And,
just news.
Right, because like back in the day, like say in the 60s during the civil rights era, when the news and stuff came out, they reported that and they showed America, hey, this is what y'all are doing. So now they were like, hold on, now we can't show everybody the full truth. We could just dance around it.
And that was a big reason why the civil rights movement was successful, because of the coverage and the attention that it got. And people who didn't live in the South were going, oh, my God, is this really happening? And it was disgusting and terrible, and it brought attention to it. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I think that news, I'd like to see us go back to good old news. Okay, let's see. We got a full day lined up here, fellas, and also being joined in the studio by the beautiful and talented Duchess. If you don't know, Duchess is the mother of the largest baby ever born. And also, Squirrel, you might not know, we have TJ, who is BB King's grandson. So we have celebrities in the house. But coming up later this afternoon in the show, Fluent, Joel Fluent Green, a Detroit poet, and he's really big on the poetry scene and jazz scene. And we'll be talking about him about events he's got coming up. Duchess is here. Hi, Duchess.
So with the baby, how's the baby doing?
He rolling around out there. He's driving.
Baby.
That was good. That was good. Let's just keep it moving. Duchess, what do you? I know you got something for us over here. Yeah. Oh, I got. Wait a minute. Before we do, I do have one more little interesting news story. If you guys saw this or not. Speaking of Las Vegas, a robbery at the Bellagio.
What? Now, how did that happen?
Wow.
Guys dressed in a pig mask. They had, crazy mask on. Here we go. This is why it's illegal to wear a mask in Virginia. A guy dressed in a pig mask crashed the glass doors at a jewelry store inside the Bellagio. You know they have all these high-end shops in Bellagio. As a matter of fact, I think there's a Tiffany's in there. Maybe that was it. Shots were fired. People were running like crazy. A few people got some cell phone footage. Apparently, George Clooney and Brad Pitt got away.
Really?
Again, these guys.
And what was the one that was dressed as presidents? What one was that?
Drop Zone, or what was that one with? That was a good movie, though. Swayze and Keanu Reeves. Point Break.
Oh, Point Break.
Yeah.
In Vegas, where's that at? Paris, down in the basement at the Paris.
Where the walkway is at?
Yeah. It's a picture. I mean, they got $1 million right there in that case.
Okay.
And I always wondered about
if you could steal it.
Press that glass.
No.
But,
what's really in there? I'm trying to think. What was that movie? You know what? Do you guys watch Ray Donovan?
I have not really watched
it was that
Ray
episode
Donovan.
where the dad
Never seen it.
It's really
I heard
good.
it's very, very good.
Really, really good. Really, really good. The dad is my favorite. He's Angela Jolie dad. I can't think of his name.
Voight.
Voight.
John Voight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they say he's killer.
Yeah, I like him.
So did they get away? They didn't get away, huh, with the money. But, like, what's that other movie?
Ocean's 11.
No. The Doberman movie.
The Doberman Gang?
Yes.
Way back in
way back.
Movie.
Going way back, man.
A movie of the week.
But, this dude been watching classic Turner movies.
Classic, man.
No, what I saw earlier today was Mutiny on the Bounty.
Wow, with Marlon Brando?
Yes.
Classic.
Wow.
Classic.
They was talking about, they gave my man lashes for saying the captain was a thief.
That was a good. You went back and watched some classics, didn't you?
Yeah, but speaking of movies, the Motion Picture Association of America, they put out a report and they revealed that the number of frequent black movies goers nearly doubled to 5.6 million last year.
Wait, black movie goers, black people going to the movies?
Yeah.
Oh, so everybody ain't buying the bootleg.
I was just going to say they dumping the bootlegs, huh?
The bootleg business is
I'm
down.
surprised, especially with the Fire Sticks and you can get all the movies.
Yeah.
That's actually good.
True.
They were saying
good.
putting that
That's good.
association of the new movies
I
that
was
just
gonna say,
came out.
is it because of all the new black movies?
Right, yeah.
Good black movies.
Correct.
Yeah,
Correct.
it has been a while.
Yeah. So
Well,
that's
that's
good.
good.
That's good. That's
Because
good.
I haven't seen the Black Brokeback Mountain yet, though.
Oh,
I
God.
haven't
I
seen
have
it.
not seen that either.
Yeah, you saw that?
I watch it.
I didn't want to even hear about it. I
Is
didn't
there
know
really a movie like that?
I
didn't
watch
put
it every
exist.
week. It's called Empire.
You know what?
The Moonlight.
I do not watch Empire.
I was gonna ask. Are we still watching Empire?
No.
I never watched Empire.
You never
I think I
watched
stopped
it?
maybe episode 3.
I think I saw one episode.
The first season, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it was over.
TJ,
No, I haven't even seen it, but I'm waiting on the game is getting ready to come back on.
I like
Okay.
the game and I like Power.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
Power.
the game TV show.
No.
Yeah,
He's
I'm
talking
like-
about Ballers.
The Ballers and
Ballers
the Get
is
Down.
cool.
Oh, the Get
Oh,
Down.
the Get Down,
Get
yeah.
Down.
That was
good.
different.
That was
Yeah,
good.
definitely.
Well, I like Luke Cage. I'm into that right
I
now.
like
That's
Luke
pretty
Cage.
good. But I still watch Empire. It was a little sketchy last season. It started off slow, but it got better. But it's just the drama of it. And I watched the first episode this season last week, and it was okay. But I'm waiting for Nia Long and all those people to come onto the
my
show.
goodness.
I heard that.
Speaking
Heard
of
about
Nia
See,
Long.
they pulling out the big guns.
I heard
you
it was
know.
beef.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I
what
heard
I'm
it was some
speaking of
beef,
Nia
too, with her and
Long.
Taraji.
Oh, yeah. That's
Nia Long comes onto the
definitely
set and she wants to be a
interesting.
diva and she's treating the help like the help. And
Okay.
They said Taraji. Taraji's like Mama Bear, So they went to Taraji. She's being mean to us. Taraji came in and said, "Heifer, what's wrong with you?
What's your problem?
What is your problem?" And so there is some beef there. Some people think it's a publicity stunt. I don't know.
But Precious still in there. Precious ain't had no beef with nobody over there.
Precious is cool. Yeah,
she's staying in her own lane.
Yeah, I mean, who would she have a beef with? She
just happy to be there.
Exactly.
Nobody
really,
messes with
she
Precious.
just happy to be there.
Happy to be there. She's lost about 200 pounds.
Oh yeah,
I heard that.
And she got 200 to go.
Yeah, look, then she'll be ready for war.
Like I lost it.
Yeah,
Well,
Like Honey Boo Boo's mama.
yeah.
Oh, my
Precious,
goodness.
she did have a little
no
beef with one guy in the show, right? He was like her boss, and he was like really riding her.
Uh-huh.
And you know, there's a lawyer in there.
really riding her,
What's that lawyer's name? That the shady dude. She sneaky,
Thirsty.
thirsty. She got with Thirsty, and Thirsty took care of it. She said, next thing you know, they pulled him. He got fired. Lucius fired him. I said, "Oh, Precious got some juice over here." But
Speaking of Thirsty, I know a guy named LaTone Hart. He's had a crush on Precious since the movie.
you are
Really?
kidding me.
It's not.
I mean, it's nothing wrong.
Hey, everybody got
nothing
their
wrong,
preference, man. You know.
Hey.
So, hey,
That's his thing, man.
more pushing for the cushion.
No
I mean, you know.
pushing
Big
for the
girls
cushion.
need love too.
Well, they got to get it somewhere. I don't know where they're going to get it, but they're going to get it somewhere.
At the
Like a little
buffet
extra
table.
cornbread and greens.
But it we'll see what happens. I want to see, like I say, when they bring the big names on, we'll see what happens. They're pulling out all the stops to keep this thing going. I don't know what the ratings are like. If we have any report on ratings in that show, because it started up way up here.
Probably at even.
I'm sure it's dropped off quite a bit.
I'm sure it's probably evened out. And I've heard a lot of mixed
Negative.
reviews about this last episode.
It was okay.
Yeah,
it was okay.
Nobody really raved
It
about
didn't blow me away, but I'll give it another chance. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
What about Star? You watched that?
I did watch Star.
I heard that was
I've
good.
heard it's good. I did hear
I
it was
hate
good.
to admit, it was pretty good. It was
Yeah.
pretty good.
I heard it was good.
And it got really good toward the end. The seasons.
I'm a Queen Latifah fan, though.
Queen Latifah, Tyrese, Benjamin Bratt, and then the young girls in it are pretty good. And they got the musical aspect, you know.
They have a transgender.
They have a transgender. And they have
Yeah, they do.
a gay guy, but he's a real gay guy. He ain't one of them fake gay guys. He's all full blown.
He's out there.
He's full blown.
He's out there.
Hand swinging.
Yeah.
Finger snapping.
Finger snapping.
I must say,
Neck rolling.
if you're gonna be gay, be gay.
I
Nothing
agree.
wrong with that.
I agree.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Don't
you know?
dibble and
Don't
dabble
dibble
in
dabble.
Gay for the day, as they say.
Do what
Hey,
you're
you
gonna
gonna do it, do
Do
it.
it
I
all the
agree.
way.
You're going to do it, do it.
And as a matter of fact, I think he's like a character from a reality show or something. It's Miss something. I don't know the actor's name.
Before.
He's a real person and he's playing but it's a real gay guy in one of these. It's like Miss something. His name, when they put his name up, it may have been in one of those.
Miss Doubtfire?
Miss Jenner.
That's
The
enough.
look on your face, I can't take it.
Okay, we are really being silly today. Let's settle things down. You kidding? You got that Gnarls Barkley ready? You ever have one of those songs that they play it so much, and I don't know how much they played it here, but they play it so much in the radio you get sick of it? Well,
Yes.
This was not one of those songs for me. I still like this song. So I just wanted to play it, Gnarls Barkley.
If it's what I think it is, it's because you like this song because you take it personal.
What was that?
Yes,
Crazy?
very much so. Because I'm like, maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm just crazy.
And you know who sung it first or who made it? Pharrell.
Oh, he did this?
The production.
Yeah, he sung it first.
And it didn't do nothing.
It didn't do nothing for him, so he passed it to CeeLo.
Oh, wow.
Well, CeeLo did a hell of a job with it, man. This is boom, 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 boom. I remember when I lost my mind. It was just the other day.
There was something so pleasant about that place. Even your emotions have an echo in so much space. And when you're out there without care, yeah, I was out of touch. But it wasn't because I didn't know enough. I just knew too much. Does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy? Does that make me really think you're in control. Well, I think you're crazy. I think you're crazy. I think you're crazy. Just like me. My hero had the heart to realize I wanna live. And all I remember is thinking I wanna be like them. Ever since I was little, it looked like fun. If there's no coincidence, I've come. And I can die when I'm done. But maybe I'm crazy. Maybe you're crazy. Maybe we're crazy. Probably.
Well, it still sounds good to me. CeeLo Green, Gnarls Barkley. Maybe I'm crazy. So the other night I'm in the studio, I'm loading up songs and stuff, and I pulled this down, and Poetic was in there with me and said, man, you know, that song always reminded me of this old song where the guy was like, if you want me to stay. I said, you know what? It does have that feel. It's kind of the same vibe, the same feel. That's Sly Stone. If you want me to stay. I thought I'd play this for you, too. It's a little something for your Billy T. Detroit Radio. Let's go.
If you want me to stay, I'll be around today to be available for you to see. I'm about to go, and then you'll know for me to stay, I got to be me. You'll never be in doubt, that's what it's all about. You can't take me for granted and smile. Yeah, but please, I'm gone. Forget reaching my phone, because I promise I'll be gone for a while. When you see me again, I hope that you have been the kind of person that you really are now. You got to get in straight. How could I ever be late when you're my woman taking up my time? Fun. When you know that you never know to. Number one, gonna be number one. I'll be good. I wish I could. I get this message over to you now. When you shake me again, I hope that you have been the kind of person you really are now. I'll be so good. I wish I could get the message over to you now.
Just a little flashback for you from Sly and the Family Stone.
And he's still alive, too.
He is still alive, just barely, but he's still alive.
I seen him on the Unsung and was reading some stories about him, how he used to get really, really high.
Yes.
He was really strung out, and he survived. I mean, you know, other people.
Some people do. And, you know, because he was so numb, he felt no pain.
Didn't he just win some money recently?
He won a lawsuit for about $5 million against his lawyer and manager who conspired against him to steal his royalties. And, you know, he trusted them and was high most of the time, and he signed off. And so basically he did win the lawsuit. I don't know if he's collected yet.
Okay.
But he did just recently win a lawsuit for that.
That's great,
nice.
man.
Money probably
what's
kinda-
up. Hopefully he don't like, I got money, I can get high.
Look, you heard me like money probably was low. That's like right on time.
Oh, you guys are terrible. But speaking of dead people, people this week, we lost a couple.
Yes.
Chuck Berry,
Yeah.
the architect of rock and roll. They call him the father of rock and roll.
Yeah.
Had all those great hits back in the day. Back in the 50s is when he had most of his hits. Maybelline,
Johnny Be Good.
Johnny Be Good, and all that stuff.
My Ding-a-Ling.
Well, wait a minute.
Oh.
Wait a minute. That My Ding-a-Ling came out in the 70s.
Really?
And that was actually the only #1 hit song that he had.
That's the only #1?
All those hits.
I bet my dignity.
Is that like...
Sound like it's dragging. Sound like a drunk Chuck Berry. Yeah. I don't know.
You know.
I think that we need to
That's
reboot
it.
that. But it sounds slow. Turn it up again. Let me see.
She said it was my ding-a-ling-a-ling.
My ding-a-ling. Everybody singing.
Listen, y'all know that, don't y'all?
My ding-a-ling.
Yes, because I like my Ding-a-ling.
I can't take it. I'm so glad.
We just
That's
wanted to
not
give you a
song
little
right
bit of
now.
that
Silver
flavor right
bells
there.
hanging on the string.
That was a really a classic, cute little song. Just like a fun little song, but a little play on words there.
Did people used to trip about that back then, like when it first came out? Like,
no,
what
it
are you
was
talking about?
not at all.
Oh my goodness,
not at all.
Not at all.
I remember riding the car with my grandmother, and they got a kick out of it. So it was funny because I don't know if you could play that on the radio now. I mean, we talking about my ding-a-ling.
I mean,
But it was
People don't say
it was
that
a novelty
anymore.
song.
It's just
Oh, they not
it's
just
just
say
my
they say the whole thing.
Here we
But,
go.
I mean, if you think
Raw
about
and
it,
uncut.
it went through a lot of different name changes.
Transitions.
You know,
Are we really talking about my ding-a-ling? I'm crying out loud.
not yours.
Not yours in particular.
But I can tell you some stories now.
I was talking about
We'd
silver
rather not-
bells hanging on a string.
That's what he's talking about.
Thank you very much.
Right,
And
but
what
Chuck
the
Berry-
noise it make?
No.
Ding-a-ling-a-ling.
That's what exactly. Now you get it.
The only thing I've ever heard about Chuck Berry was that he liked really, really young girls.
Yeah, he got in trouble for
That
messing with
was
them
the
young
only
girls.
thing.
The way you smiled when you said that, girl.
That just tickled me pink.
And it,
Is
it
that
was,
right?
and that
You guys-
movie
Is
Cadillac
that why your
Records.
baby came out so old?
Hold on. You know what? I'm not gonna take it.
Yeah, he was in Cadillac
Also,
Records.
yeah, in that movie,
Yeah.
Most Def played him.
Yeah.
And he got in trouble with
That
the
was
young
a
girls.
good
And he did.
movie.
He got in trouble. What happened was he took this girl back to Texas or wherever he was from, and she was young, and it was crossing state lines with a minor or something like that. And he got in a little trouble for that. Chuck Barris. Do you remember Chuck Barris?
Yes,
Another
the
Chuck.
Gong Show.
We lost 2 Chucks this week. Chuck Barris, the creator of the Gong Show, the Newlywed Game, the Dating Game. This guy was ahead of his time, and he produced all these great shows. And Chuck Barris died this past week at the age of 87. 87, yeah, wow.
I didn't know that.
Now, there was a movie, and it was about him as a CIA operative. I forget the name of the movie now, but I don't know if this was some fantasy he made, because I think he was high a lot too. I don't know.
Yeah,
but
he was.
I know he was tipsy a little bit, but he said that he was a CIA operative. And in the movie, they depicted it as if while this show was going on, he's going overseas and doing these missions. It was a crazy movie, but it was pretty good. It was actually a good movie. Yeah, I was like, what is it? So I don't know if that was true or not, but the movie looked, it could have been.
It's interesting how politically correct we are now, but back then, him being tipsy on television was part of his shtick.
Part of his shtick. And he was high. He was always drunk.
He was always drunk, and that was part of the thing that
on which
part of the
particular
joke.
on the
show?
Gong Show.
The Gong Show.
Really?
The Gong Show. Yeah.
He wasn't on the other shows. He just produced them. He produced the Dating Game and the Newlywed Game, but he was the host of the Gong Show. And it was basically the Gong Show was America's Got Talent.
Yes.
Now,
true.
People
That's
come
true.
out and do different little acts and stuff, and if they were good, they got points. If they were not good, they got gone.
They got gone.
And it was a fun little. It was a 30-minute show.
Yep.
And now it's a $1 billion industry. The America's Got Talent, The Voice, the other Crapola.
They don't gong them when they come out
which
singing
they
like
should
crap.
gong some of them.
Yes, they should.
It's basically a huge talent show. That's it.
Okay,
So
like,
it is.
like Showtime
Yes,
at the Apollo.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Absolutely.
All right.
So, you know.
They should
I
bring
would-
that back, though.
I would rather you do the Showtime at the Apollo, the Gong Show, where it's like, hey, we don't have time for this.
And
you
it's
got to
right
go.
then and
It's
there.
right then
Yeah.
and there.
You
It ain't
finished.
no, well, what did you think? Well, I thought you did very well, except you could work. No, you got to go. We're too kind. We're
You
too
suck.
nice.
Get out of
You
here.
suck. Get out of here. It's like we give them all this. Yeah, be gentle. You know. Remember when who was it J-Lo or whenever they were the woman on the show panel would always be real nice.
J-Lo, yeah.
Paula
Paula Abdul.
Abdul.
Paula
Yeah.
Abdul.
Paula Abdul.
Simon did not.
Simon
care.
didn't take no prisoners, man. Simon was straight to the point. You suck. What are you doing here? Why are we watching this?
That was absolutely horrible.
That was my man right there. So what else we got, guys? Our first guest is here. We're going to get him in. What else you have? You guys got anything else?
About this Oklahoma senator, he endorsed Donald Trump, right? Mm-hmm. But now he's facing child prostitution charges.
What?
Wow.
Yes. He 35, and his wife is 2.
His wife is 2. That would do it. That would do it right there.
He's 35 and his wife, and he got 2 kids is what I mean.
Okay, so
You know what?
he wanted to tell that story.
I'm just saying.
I love it. TJ messes up the news, and it's hilarious.
Yes.
Joe Fluent Green is coming up next.
That was
This
Trump
is
fault.
Billy T. Detroit Radio.
We invite you to something epic, you know? Where we hustle out of a sense of hopelessness, sort of a desperation. Through that desperation, we come addicted, sort of like the fiends we accustomed to serving. Where we feel we have nothing to lose, so we offer you, well, we offer our lives. What do you bring to the table? One watching me closely. My is butter for the bread, they wanna toast me. I keep my head, both of them where they supposed to be. To get you sidetracked and clap from close feet. I don't sleep, I'm tired, I feel wired like codeine. These days a rubber gotta admire me from 4 fiends away. My pain, when shit was quick to see. From selling cane to brains was fried to a fricassee. Can't lie, at the time it never bothered me. At the bar, getting my dog on properly. My squad and me lack of respect for authority. Laughing hard, happy to be escaping poverty. However brief, I know this game got valleys and peaks. Expectation for dips, for precipitation, we stack chips hardly. The youth I used to be, soon to see a million, no more. Big Willie, my game is grown, prefer you call me William. Illin' for revenues, grateful lemon like Channel 7 News. Round 7 Jews, head dead in the mic, forgetting all I ever knew. Convenient amnesia, I suggest you call my lawyer. I know the procedure. Block my body, can't trap my mind easily. Explain why we adapt to crime. I'd rather die enormous than live dormant. That's how we on it. Live at the main event. I better trip them out. We on it. Presidential suites, my residential for the weekend. Confidentially speaking in code since I sent you peeking. The NXS rental. Don't be fooled, my game is mental. We both out of town, dawg. What you trying to get into? Viva, Las Vegas, see ya later at the crab tables. Meet me by the one that starts a G-up. This way no fraud willies, present gambling, they re-up. And we can have a pleasant time sipping margaritas, G-G-G. Can I live? Can I live? My mind is infested with sick thoughts that circle like a Lexus. If driven wrong, it's sure to hurt you. Dual level like duplexes. And unity, my crew and me commit atrocities like we got immunity. You guessed it, manifested intangible goods. Platinum Rolexed it. We don't lease, we buy the whole car, as you should. My confederation, detonation, explode on detonation. Overload the mind of the said patient. When it boils the steam, it comes to it. We all fiends gotta do it. Even righteous minds go through this. True this, the street schoolers to spend our money foolish. Bomb with jewelers and watch for intruders. I Stepped it up another level, meditated like a Buddhist. Recruited lieutenants with ludicrous dreams of getting cream. Let's do this. It gets TDS, so I keep one eye open like CBS. You see me stressed, right? Can I live? Can I live? Can I live?
Can I live? That's all I'm saying.
Can I live?
Billy T. Detroit Radio, WCHB. We've been joined by our guest this afternoon, Joel Fluent Green. How you doing, my friend?
What's up, my brother? What's up, everybody?
One of my favorite people.
Up,
Joel Fluent Green is a poet here in Detroit. He's been doing it a long time. We first met at Mahogany, I want to say.
Yeah.
That was such a cool place.
That was a cool
late
place.
90s, cool
so
spot.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's so we don't have any place like that now, do we?
You know, it was a special time.
Yeah.
You know, a different president. You know, Clinton was still on. It was everything was different in the world. We could never recreate that. We could just keep it moving.
Exactly.
But you know, things come back around and. But now Detroit's a lot shinier, a lot more accessible to everybody, which is cool. So, you know,
I liked the vibe of Mahogany and those places like that because it was just like a meeting place, and you could just come and relax and be yourself and enjoy some poetry and really socialize.
Yeah.
You know, with people.
Yeah.
In your group, and you took that from being the host there and a poet there and just kept doing it and moved on. And what are you doing now, Joel?
Wow. So I do a monthly at the Wright Museum, the Charles H. Wright Museum over on Warren in Midtown. It's called Mahogany at the Museum in tribute to Cafe Mahogany. We do it monthly.
Okay.
Our next one is actually April the 7th. We're having a slam featuring 15 women performers. We're supposed to have it in March from Women's History Month, but the power went out. You know, the big, horrible windstorm of 2017. So the Wright was the one place in Midtown with no power, and we had to cancel our show and reschedule, not cancel, but reschedule for April 7th. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Now, wait a minute. Hold on.
Yeah.
Why was the Right the only place in Midtown
I don't know.
to lose
Conspiracy.
its power? Conspiracy.
Call Mildred Gaddis. I don't know.
Mildred, get on this.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. But I love the Right. They showed me so much love. And unfortunately, they couldn't get a generator in time. So they did try to open. And they really were. They did have my back. And I love being there. So
did you make it to Jessica's thing the other?
I did.
It was great.
I had a great time. That's where I saw you. Yeah. That's right. That's where we made this whole thing happen.
Exactly.
I love Jessica. I had a great time.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun. It's inspiring.
You guys are two of my favorite poets. And also two of, I think, maybe the more notable poets from Detroit. Can we say that?
I would say Jessica first, then me somewhere down there, and then like the Karis and certain people that have been doing it. Kari Turner. But Kari, you know, he does Coleman Young Foundation. He's done other big things. But we keep the flame, the torch going. I think me and Jessica, you know, me as far as doing the events in the city on a regular basis, her as far as keeping our name worldwide with the poetry. I mean, she'll be in Singapore one second, and she'll be in London the next.
Brazil the next.
Right. So, we just keep it going.
Now, you do something also at the Jazz Cafe.
Jazz Cafe, yeah.
That's a cool little spot.
So I have a ladies' night coming up, actually. So all the ladies listening.
You do a lot with the ladies here, man. What you
on. We got to.
What are you up to?
So I got this little here. So what we're doing is the 31st, this coming Friday, actually. Mm-hmm. Yeah, in a few days. Next Friday coming up. It's called For Her, the World. Mm-hmm. Which is basically men reading poems dedicated to women. Okay. And it's going to be really cool. Just brothers on stage, really honoring women. Nothing like trying to be overtly sexual or derogatory. Just really, you know, complimentary and uplifting and really loving and beautiful with it.
So the men are reciting poetry for the women?
Yes, definitely. Poetry, songs. We have soul singer Al Bettis. We have my homeboy Sheezy Bo Beezy. Yeah, Al Bettis is excellent. Him. Yeah, inspirational, really good. Yeah. Ladies love him, so he's definitely going to come do his thing. My homeboy Sheezy Bo Beezy, young poet from the city, really doing a lot. My homeboy Ken MC. We have my homegirl DJ Lahedi. We have a woman DJ spinning vinyl, which is really cool. So we're like keeping it really authentic. Lahedi, and it's just gonna be it's gonna be a great time. Tickets are only $10 in advance and $15 at the door for ladies, $20 for men at the door. But men, trust me, you want to come because the ladies gonna be there, and we provide really cool, cultured entertainment for cultural, cool Detroiters. You know, Detroit people, and so I'm really proud of that. And so we tend to pull that in. And so the women bring the men like that, the men bring the women like that, and that's a lot of fun. Okay. So it's a ladies' night, but I'm encouraging everybody to come out and have a good time. Jazz Cafe. Yep, it's next coming Friday.
Cool. Now, I remember one summer you did some stuff at the Campus Martius.
Yeah.
What was that?
That was a reggae thing.
Reggae,
Well, I host stuff, so.
Yeah, okay. That's where I saw you.
Yeah, they just had me come host that. And that was a lot of fun, man.
Okay.
It was like reggae bands and stuff, and I'm just up there with a cocktail and dancing with the reggae. Yeah, right. On the beach in the middle of downtown. Right.
Yeah.
So I'm always open for hosting. So if anybody's listening to this, corporate, college, whatever, I mean, I do that also.
That's your thing.
So yeah, that's my thing. I've been doing it for a minute, man.
You've been doing it for a minute,
I've been out here 20 years, Billy T.
And still doing it.
Hey, brother, we got to.
And making a living at it. I always say, if you can make a living at it.
That just happened like a month ago, actually. Not literally, but it feels like that. No, but this past year has been really good. I'm eating, yeah. This past year has been really good for me. I've just been really working hard. And once I started putting my own books out, which my website is joelfluentgreen.com, so you might want to check it out.
Okay.
And I have 3 books out now. So once I actually started publishing my own work, that's when the world started to take me seriously. And the work that I always wanted started to come my way. So, I mean, whether it be out-of-town gigs, I just did a play at the Music Hall. I co-wrote the play with some other writers, doing some heavy stuff. So I'm really excited about where my future is going right now. I'll be 40 this year. So I'm,
Oh, okay. Yeah. You wrote a play.
I co-wrote a play.
Okay,
yeah.
And has that already transpired?
It was called First of Its Kind, the Roland Hayes story. It was at the Music Hall. So Roland Hayes was an opera singer from back in the day. Famous dude, you know what I'm saying? And he was like the first black opera singer to really go overseas and make a big impact.
Okay.
And so, we all know, like in Italy and London, all that, opera's huge. And so he was huge. And so we basically want to tell the story of his life. Okay. And I did it with Travis Pratt, who was on like America's Got Talent. He blew the crowd away like just some years ago. Him and his wife were basically the writers of that, and I co-wrote the some of the script as far as like the narration, and I also acted in it.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, I had like the most scripted, like the reading lines of anybody in this play. So I was a narrator, plus I had like a role too.
Okay.
So that was crazy, man. But it wasn't Chitlin Circuit. Like, it was straight up theater.
Okay.
It stretched me, man. I had to sit there and write and learn my lines and while I'm doing shows and being a daddy in life. And I managed to knock it out. It was dope. So I thank God for that. It was cool.
All right. All right. Speaking of being a daddy, Joe has his little girl here with
my baby girl. You want to say hi, baby?
No, I'm not. Wait,
No.
You want to say something, baby?
No, she's like, she'd be
She had
shy.
that look like, I'm playing with my Hulk toy. Leave me alone. But, yeah, that is so cool, man.
Yeah.
Good to see you with your daughter, man. So next week we're going to do the at the right. But the
31st is my next one. That's at the Jazz Cafe.
That's at the Jazz Cafe.
For Her the World. Tickets are on sale at brownpapertickets.com. Just search For Her the World. Or you can always go to the Jazz Cafe, Detroit.org, I believe is the website.
Okay.
JazzCafeDetroit.com.
Jazz Cafe. Let me hold on, slow down.
Sure.
Jazz Cafe. I'm writing this down.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Take
Cafe.org?
Or .com. Forgive me, Jazz Cafe. One of the two.
It's one of the
I
other.
think it's .com. JazzCafeDetroit.com.
Sometimes you put it in, it pops up. So hopefully that'll happen.
That's true.
Yeah. And that's next week for
That's Friday.
Okay.
Ladies' night. Everybody come through. Poetry, hip hop, soul for the ladies. And then on April 7th, the following Friday, so a week later, we'll be having the Women of Vision Poetry Slam at the Wright Museum.
That's at the Wright.
That's at the Wright. Yes, sir.
Yep. Oh, man.
And then, big thing, by the way, April 19th, Mariners Inn. I also do not volunteer work. I work there every Wednesday, but we're having a free show for the public for the men of Mariners Inn, which is a homeless shelter for men dealing with homelessness, drug abuse, alcoholism, things, and mental issues. We're having a show featuring men performing plus people from the community at the Jazz Cafe April 19th. Oh, wow. So that's going to be really cool. And that's free to the public. That's from 7 to 9 on a Wednesday. So if you're downtown after work, come through, have a drink. Really support these men because it's really a positive thing. And these are brothers that, like, we pass by on the street all the time. We don't even think about, unfortunately. But these brothers got some of the best poetry, best words, biggest souls, biggest hearts. And I definitely want to encourage the public. Mariners Inn is a great, organization. They do great work in the city. Okay. And we want to support them. They house these men. They feed them. They basically just help them on their road to recovery. It's a beautiful thing. Okay. So that's April 19th. And then April 30th, my last plug, which is International Jazz Day, me and your homie Jessica Caremore will be at Le Crepe in Royal Oak for a limited gig. Expensive tables, only like 30 seats available.
Oh, really?
We're going to bang that thing out. You get free crepes with your ticket price.
So wait, just a small
It's a small,
venue?
home of my homeboy Dennis Williams, a brother who's actually, he has a couple of spots, but he's in Royal Oak. It's on Washington. I was just there yesterday. Took my sister and my dad. It's a great spot, man. Definitely go check it out. Le Crepe, yeah.
And what's the event going to be?
It's, we don't have a name for it yet, but it's just me and Jessica Moore Jessica Caramore with a DJ playing live jazz.
Or y'all going to be doing poetry?
Yeah, doing poetry and over some jazz.
Oh, that is going to be special.
Yeah.
That is going to be special.
It's going to be fun. Just me and her, like top-notch poetry. Let's get it, you know?
For sure.
And you going to do it over jazz?
I'll do some over some jazz. She'll probably do some over some jazz, too.
Okay.
The place is small, so we don't have enough room for like a 3-piece band in there, but we're definitely going to make the most out of it, so...
So now you wrote a play or co-wrote a play. Do you see yourself doing more writing? Did you enjoy that experience?
I loved it. Yeah, I want to definitely thank the Pratts, the couple that brought me into it, Travis and Elvira. It was a great experience in the music hall. They commissioned the whole thing. So now I'm actually writing a play. My favorite poet, I probably shouldn't be saying this. My favorite poet is Paul Lawrence Dunbar, and I want to write a play.
You say that?
Well, I want to write a play about his life, though. So I don't want to put out my plans around that. Right.
But that's okay.
But he's my favorite poet, and he's an amazing. I mean, his story is amazing. The romance he had with his wife was amazing, and I think there's a story in that. So I definitely want to get into that, and then also have another idea for like a one-man play I'm working on. So it's just, I love the theater because it stretches me as an artist. Mm-hmm. You know, a lot of times, whatever you're doing, sometimes we get comfortable in our boxes. Yeah. And, you know, radios, you stretch yourself. You know, you can do one format, this format, that format. So I'm just trying to just figure out what I can do and where I fit and what fits for me, you know, and have fun with it. Because, you know, art is life, man.
I was going to say, being so creative, you want to find out. It's like different mediums, you know. Mm-hmm. If you're an artist, you might do canvas, you might do sculptures, you might do. So poetry and words is your thing. Yeah. You've got to expand that and grow in plays and movies, shows, whatever, you know, where it takes you. Yeah. Because if you're a writer, man, you can just create.
Man, I love it. You know, I love the challenge of it. Yeah.
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 I wish I could write. If I can.
You can.
Yeah, man.
I wrote down jazzcafe.com.
Hey, there you go.
That's a start.
Or.org, right?
Or.org. Let me hold on. Or.org. Well, that's all right, man. I'm so proud of you, man. Watching your growth.
Really, T, man. I gotta say, you, TJ, man, y'all brothers. You know, I say this every time I see y'all, man. But the Rap Blast, me growing up, first time I ever heard a Roots song was on the Rap Blast. It was Lazy Afternoon. I remember, and I thought it was special ed rapping. I didn't think it was black. I thought it was special ed. It was Lazy Afternoon. I remember that. I remember being in the car with my homeboys, like, what is this? No, I was in my parents' driveway on Harding in 9 Mile. In Oak Park. And I remember hearing the moment the first time I heard a Roots song. Y'all played it for me.
Ain't that something?
Y'all are gems, jewels to the city, man. And, you know, I appreciate y'all, you know.
Well,
really.
we appreciate that, man.
That's real talk.
Thank you, brother. We appreciate that. But we appreciate you coming down while you got your baby girl with
that's
you.
My girl.
Just including us in your day. Yeah. We really appreciate it. And again, next Friday, is it?
Yeah, Friday, the 31st.
Tell us again one more
Jazz
time.
Cafe is called For Her the World.
Okay.
We're going to have men basically reading poems, performing songs dedicated to the ladies. Ladies come out. It's only $10 in advance, $15 at the door. $10 in advance. You can't beat that. That's like a movie ticket, bro. Come on, you're getting a whole show. And $5 martini specials, drink specials. Okay. We're going to show y'all some love. We got giveaways. It's going to be nice. We have vendors. It's going to be a good time. And then also April 7th, we'll be at the Charles H. Wright Museum for the Women of the Vision Poetry Slam. April 19th, we'll be at back at the Jazz Cafe for the Mariners Inn event. Yeah. And then April 30th, we'll be at Le Crepe in Royal Oak.
Man, you got to email me all this information so I can keep up, okay?
And I'll update my website. So anybody want to follow me, by the end of the week, you can always follow my site now, just to, keep in touch. I'm all social media, Joel Fluent Green, all that good stuff, Instagram, Facebook. And my website will be updated by the end of the week, which is joelfluentgreen.com. So
how cool is that? That's it. Your name is your website.
There you go.
There it is. Yep. Joel Fluent Green. You can't forget that.
Can't forget that.
All right.
Bro.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Enjoy the rest of your day with your daughter. And thanks so much again for stopping by.
Appreciate y'all.
Joel Fluent Green, my man.
Yeah.
All right. This is Billy T. Detroit Radio, baby. It's what we do.
Big top fantasy. Heart of glass breaking me. Ancestor awaken me. I don't see you taking me. Finish line, don't wait for me. You should smile, joy is free. I see the door, I own the key. Open to the promised land, you promised, man. I understand. So why don't God just hold my hand? I know you feel them in my glands. You call me universe, I am. The creator has a master plan. I see a lot of been a fan. Catch me if you can.
Thank you for listening to the Billy T. Detroit radio broadcast. Follow me on social media at Billy T. Detroit.